LIVGolf just detonated its biggest update yet, and Bryson DeChambeau stands right at the center of the blast. The news hit fast, the reactions hit harder, and the entire sport feels the shift running through it. Reuters confirmed Bryson is planning an early renewal of his LIV contract ahead of 2026. That alone sent the rumor mill spinning. His original 2022 deal was one of the league's highest-profile signings, so an early renewal signals a massive play coming next. And this first spark lights a bigger fire, because early renewals never happen unless something huge is building behind closed doors. At the same time, LIV is rewriting the entire rulebook for 2026. The league is dropping the old 54-hole setup and switching to a full 72-hole format. This aligns with traditional golf rhythm and instantly looks more credible to fans who always questioned LIV's structure. It puts LIV shoulder to shoulder with the major championships. It shows they want to stand in the same arena, rather than run a separate circus. So this switch forces people to look closer, because LIV is chasing something bigger than entertainment now. Then came the biggest strategic punch. LIV announced that newly signed players in 2026 must compete in at least 2 international series events on the Asian Tour. This requirement creates a direct link between LIV's superstars and a global pipeline that stretches across Asia. It builds structure, it builds reach, it builds worldwide presence. And this rule points to a deeper ambition, because global scheduling always hides a long-term master plan. Bryson sits right in the center of this evolution. His growing influence inside the league has already turned him into the unofficial face of LIV's next chapter. Analysts say his contract renewal will help define the league's personality going forward, his popularity, his attention, his market power. All of it positions him as the player LIV wants on every billboard. Yet his rising influence signals something bigger, because no league pushes one star forward unless they need him to carry the next era. Fans feel the shift too. For the first time, people are calling LIV a long-term global empire instead of a temporary disruptor. The updates for 2026 look like structural moves, not shock tactics. They look like steps towards stability. They look like a blueprint for an empire built on fast wins and global reach. So this perception change matters, because fan belief often predicts a league's future before any official numbers do. Bryson's role in this transition did not appear overnight. After joining LIV in 2022, he rebuilt his entire identity from scratch. He leaned into long drive content and started generating millions of views with crazy experiments, wild swings, and massive ball speed numbers. His YouTube channel exploded. Fans watched him break down mechanics, test clubs, and hit balls into the horizon. He became a creator with the swing of a showman. And this new presence changed everything, because visibility beats silence when you want to shape a sport. His Crushers GC team added fuel to that rise. Their wins, their energy, their chemistry. They made Bryson the heartbeat of a team people actually followed. They turned LIV's team format from a question mark into a marketing weapon. With every big win, his influence grew. So this team's success pushed his stock even higher, because fans love players who win loud. His global travel patterns also synced perfectly with LIV's future. Bryson took trips to Oman, Qatar, and key Asian tour regions. Fans noticed. Analysts noticed. Rumors grew that he was studying LIV's expansion map. Some people even wondered if he helped influence the league's new direction for 2026. Nothing was confirmed, but the timing lined up too cleanly to ignore. These travel choices raise new questions, because coincidences rarely appear this perfect in professional sports. Bryson's personality also evolved. The old mad scientist version of him slowly shifted into an entertainer-athlete hybrid. He smiled more, he joked more, he embraced chaos on the course, he absorbed the noise instead of fighting it. This made him relatable to younger fans. It made him the perfect marketing frontman for a league built on energy and disruption. So this shift matters, because athletes who connect with fans often drive the direction of entire leagues. Inside sources believe LIV is now positioning Bryson as the poster athlete for their 2026 expansion strategy. He fits the global image, he fits the entertainment focus, he fits the modern fanbase. If LIV wants to grow beyond its early controversies, Bryson is the bridge. If Bryson becomes the face of global LIV, then his next contract becomes the contract that shapes the league's future. All this leads into LIV's biggest question. What is the real agenda behind the 2026 rule changes? The mandate forcing new players into Asian Tour events shows LIV's push toward ranking legitimacy. They want integration with established global tours. They want a structure that feels official, not chaotic. And the Asian Tour gives them a doorway. So this requirement becomes more than scheduling, because structure always leads to recognition in global sports. LIV's switch to 72 holes matches every major championship. It signals a desire to align with classic golf expectations. It removes the exhibition label critics always used. It tells fans that the league is stepping into a real competitive rhythm. An alignment like this always targets bigger approval because tradition holds weight in this sport. The Asian Tour partnership creates a pathway into world ranking points through the international series. This link allows players to build ranking value without relying on the PGA Tour. It gives LIV a strategic backdoor into mainstream world golf systems. So, this move reveals a long-term strategy because ranking legitimacy unlocks everything LIV has chased for years. The 2026 season adds new international venues across Asia, Europe, and the Middle East. LIV is not hiding. They want global dominance. They want to spread into markets the PGA Tour never controlled. They want a full-scale world presence. If you want these updates the moment they drop, hit subscribe right now, because the next Bryson announcement might flip this entire story overnight. And this global push raises new stakes, because LIV is carving territory, not borrowing it. Analysts say Bryson's visibility in these regions is intentional. He builds momentum everywhere he goes. He brings attention, he brings views, he brings noise. LIV wants him as the bridge between Western audiences and the exploding Asian fanbase. And this strategy pulls everything together, because Bryson is now the link that keeps LIV's global plan moving forward. Bryson's contract talks are the volcano under LIVGolf that everyone feels rumbling. Reuters confirmed he is preparing to renew early, far ahead of the expiration of his original deal. Early renewals never happen by accident. They happen when big moves sit on the horizon, and both sides want control before the storm hits. Bryson's camp knows his value exploded. The camp for LI5 knows they need him in the front seat of the next era. This renewal timing turns every whisper louder, because early negotiations always mean something big is being built behind the curtain. Rumors say Bryson wants a huge upgrade, not a small bump, not a symbolic gesture, a real jump that fits his rise as LIV's strongest global personality. He built a brand that pulls millions of views. He built a team that wins. He built a fan base that follows him everywhere. And the league knows he brings visibility they cannot buy anywhere else. So this rumored mega deal attracts attention because Bryson's value does not sit in numbers anymore. It sits in influence. Investors in LIV now push a new philosophy. They want legacy over loyalty. They want structure over chaos. They want long-term athletes rather than impulse signings. That signals a shift from the blank check era of 2022 when the league threw money at anyone willing to jump. Today, the league wants faces that shape the future. That means Bryson's negotiations become a test of how LIV spends its money in this new strategy. And this shift matters because financial discipline always marks the start of a league trying to cement itself as global. Analysts say Bryson's renewal will decide whether LIV becomes a stable powerhouse or slides back into volatility. His decision carries more weight than any player since LI5 launched. A strong deal signals control. A messy deal signals weakness, and every golf reporter knows this. So these talks feel heavier because the league's future balance may sit on one contract alone. That tension reaches straight into the PGA versus LIV war. Bryson remains banned from PGA Tour events, even though his performance numbers in 2024 and 2025 ranked with the world's best. He hits further, he scores lower, he performs consistently, yet the door stays shut, and the message sounds clear. But this blockade raises the stakes because he is proving skill does not matter when rivalry becomes personal. His attempt to enter the Procore Championship was denied. He earned points, he qualified through his play, he followed the system. Still, the answer was no. That moment showed everyone that politics still sits above performance in this fractured world. So his exclusion only adds more smoke because fans now question who really controls the future of this sport.